love you so much. So who's ready to understand more about emotions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot. Oh, it's really so important for our ascension to really understand our emotions, because that's how we integrate, and that's how we ascend. But before we start, now that we've said hello, let's just take a little moment just to relax and feel your heart center and just enjoy this blissful moment. Okay, beautiful. Thank you. That's so touching and beautiful. I love you all so much and appreciate you so much being here and really choosing to love and send. And, this is why I wanted to do this topic today, because, there's so much emotion, say. It's like, what really is who we are? Emotion is who we are. It's energy in motion. It's our beautiful soul expressing. And we've been expressing that aspect of ourself that we chose to have, to be fallen and forget who we are. And that's why we have all those painful emotions. So I'm sure you all totally understand what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course. And so emotions are like messages. They're like, there are feelings and they're messages into our soul. Our soul is taking those messages of that emotion, and it's also our soul expressing it. So, every time I try to talk about things on this level, somehow we have to have contradictions, but it's because of this journey. But so they're like messages, and we receive those messages, and our whole soul is responding to that. It's feeling that message, and that's why you feel the feelings. We feel the feelings of emotion, and when we don't allow those feelings and we suppress them, we build up more suppression and more pain. And so to really ascend, we need to allow ourselves to acknowledge those emotions, but acknowledging them from a really high level of consciousness. So today I'm asking you, beautiful souls, to really allow this experience from a higher perspective, like from your higher consciousness, as we're going through the understanding of the emotions. Just allow yourself to keep on shifting to that higher consciousness. It's okay if you feel emotion or you want to cry or laugh or any expression, and I will be talking to you and asking for you to share at times. So, it's perfect. Whatever we experience today is perfect. So I really love when you allow yourself to feel. But what I want you to do is just keep that witness there. Keep that awareness of the feelings. Don't suppress them. Allow them to flow. And I'm going to guide you to understand many emotions. I'm going to try and cover all of them if I can. I mean, that's a lot, hey?
Yeah.
So, so that's what I want to do. So I want to start with love. Perfect place to start, right?
Yeah.
Right here, our whole soul is love. All of our being is love. And what does that feel like, What does love really feel like? I ask myself that a lot, actually, because I really want to understand what the feeling really is, What is the feeling of love? And it's just blissful, isn't it? It's just the real feeling of love is bliss. And this understanding that love is who we are. That's the source of all of this journey. It's the love, the being of love that we are, that chose to have this light, to experience ourselves in this limitation, separation, when we're really not that. We're just this beautiful one being of love. And when we integrate emotions, we come to that feeling of love. We start feeling that, and it's like, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's just so, so refreshing, and it does feel emotional, and it does feel like we're home. Do you feel that? Do you feel like it's home when you feel that love?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so beautiful. And that's kind of like our mission, at this time on our journey of our ascension. Our mission is to come home. Go home. I just imagine us in this beautiful spaceship, which is where we really are. Actually, it's Earth. And we're like, okay, press the home button now, everyone. We're going home.
Yeah.
I love that. And so we crave for that love, crave for that love, because it's who we are. But we've tried to get love because we want from that ego perspective. And remember me sharing about that the ego is always going to, ego's also mission is love, but has that altered perception. It has that false perception. So what we can feel, what we do feel instead of love is other feelings, right? So one of the main feelings that's pretty easy to look at is hate. But hate feels very strong, feels a very strong word to even mention, because no one really wants to say it. No one really wants to feel hate, especially when we're ascending. But it's important for us to understand what hate is, and it's just denial of ourselves. It's just denial of the love that we are, and feeling that separation from each other, and really and blaming, and really feeling like someone has made you feel that hate, and that's okay. That's good, because that's our wisdom. We know what that feels like. So that hate can develop into arrogance. We can feel a lot of arrogance and superiority around our hate, and we can feel, we can either feel disrespect can be triggered into hate, right? Like we can feel like we're being disrespected, and so we want to disrespect back. We start wanting to get revenge. We start wanting to hate back, right? Can you all relate to this?
Yeah.
Yes.
And so that's great. And just really to be able to relate to these emotions is so important for your ascension, because we want to deny these feelings. We don't want to feel these feelings. But more and more, as we're ascending, our emotions get stronger, stronger and stronger and stronger. And what we do have in our DNA our ascension, the plan for our ascension. It's right there in our DNA. And every time that we are choosing to allow ourselves to have these feelings with recognition, so I asked you at the beginning to keep a higher perspective as we go along, but it's okay to feel. If it starts being activated, it's okay to feel. Just keep recognizing it. So every time that we integrate an emotion by understanding what it really is and how we've just forgotten ourselves, that's another level of our activation of ascension. We're activating that DNA that has that ascension mission, the mission, And this is the time, this is what's happening, and you guys are all the early awakeners, and that's part of the mission and part of the higher plan that you would exist. And I know you're probably part of you might feel like, really, when you look at yourself, but yes, really. Yes, really, really, really. I know this. And so, we've experienced cruelty. This all relates to the heart. We feel hate, we feel disrespect, we feel cruelty. We may have been cruel just to get revenge. We may have felt cruelty on us. We may have felt even violence. You know, we may have experienced violence in our life. You know, and that's always hate based. And the thing about what I'm going to basically do is take you on a bit of a cycle of understanding these emotions, because that's how it kind of works, you know. So we will come back to this part. We'll come back as I guide you through this. We'll come back to this heart and understand, well, how did we even get to that? You know, how did we get to so much hate? You know, how did we feel so, why did we experience cruelty? You know, why did we experience blame, you know, when we're love? And that victim's there, isn't it? It's like that victim consciousness is so, so, so strong. And I get it. I've had it myself. I know what it feels like. It's very painful and it feels totally real, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what's the important part is to remember that's what we wanted it to feel real. How were we going to have this experience if we were awake, right? We were really who we were in the beginning. We just, as we did, we laughed at this idea, you know. We had so much joy about this idea to be forgotten, you know, just like, oh wow, what a journey, you know. What are we going to do? And but you know, because we had to forget, it's believable. So Ascension is like kind of like unbelieving. You know, it's finished believing in all those things, but it's that's challenging, isn't it? It's really challenging because it's so, so convincing. And so what we've done is we've created all these beautiful relationships with each other and all these beautiful decisions and agreements. Let's experience that part, that part. I'll do that with you. You do that with me. Yeah, sounds great. Let's do that, you know. And, you know, we're trying to remember ourselves when we made that plan. We weren't. We were so completely awake. There'd been no fall. Completely brilliant, beyond words brilliance, just magnificent beings of love. And so to look at it from that perspective was quite amusing. So I said, okay, let's go. Here we go. Probably didn't say it like that, but I'm just going to say it like that because it's fun. Let's go and fall. Yay. And let's go right so far that let's go so far that we even forget that love is even real. Let's even doubt love. Let's just go, love's just not love. Love can't be real. This could not have happened if love was real. Remember that feeling?
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, of course you do, beautifuls. So you guys are feeling love. You know, that's it's something that really we could never really take away from ourselves, you know. And as we ascend, you feel more love, and even that can be overwhelming. It's like, wow, so much love. You know, I have felt that, but I made that decision. I'm not stopping that anymore. You have to make that decision to ascend. You have to say, I'm going to let my love just flow. You know, I'm going to respect people's boundary. I'm going to respect where people are in their evolution. You know, I'm going to understand that my love might be overwhelming to some people, and I don't even have to say it, but I'm going to feel it. I'm going to let myself feel it, and I'll say it when it feels right. And you know, I've said it to all of you, and it's totally, totally beautiful to me that you love that, you know, and that you feel your love. You feel your love. It's so beautiful, isn't it?
Mhm.
How have you felt
Yeah.
when I've given you that love, Nisha?
Yeah.
How have you felt when you've experienced that love from me?
In very, very early stages, like when I was just getting to know you, it was like, really? Am I worth it? Can I be loved this much? It felt so overwhelming, as you said, and it felt like this cannot be real. Like I don't deserve to be loved this much.
Yeah.
But then as I kept allowing that with your gorgeous, awesome, loving guidance always, I just feel so home now. Like it has allowed me to express my love more. It has kind of taken away the lid from me. Like you loving us has allowed me to love you and to love everyone. And there's like, I love myself eventually. Like I reached that point that I actually do love myself more.
Eventually. Oh, exactly. Thank you for sharing that. Like can everyone relate to that? That same feeling?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep,
exactly what
definitely.
Nisha's saying. Yeah.
Yeah. How did you feel, Mark?
Exactly the same. It's like I've never, when I first met you, I've never been loved like that, and in an unconditional way. And it's because I have so many programs, and I was, not understanding a lot. I kept questioning, why would Jode love me like that when I'm so bad?
Yeah,
Why-
yeah, yeah. A lot
You
of
know?
people, a lot of people felt that. It can even create suspicion, and
Yeah, it's like,
I was aware it would create suspicion, but I thought
mm,
I can't stop loving.
mm,
Even though that I could feel my frustration in the way of that, I had to keep integrating that. But I just wanted to keep loving because I knew it. I knew that love. I remembered that love, and I knew it was the way home. Thanks, Maggie. Keep going.
yeah. Now I just feel totally loved by you, and I've let it in, and I trust you, and I love you, and like Nish said, it just gives me permission to love myself and to keep moving forward and not judge how I'm feeling and what I'm going through, and just know that your unconditional love is there and you're helping us wake up. It's just so beautiful, Jode. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Maggie. And it's been so beautiful to watch you blossom in that love,
Mm,
and understand so many layers of that love. So would
yeah.
anyone else like to share about that feeling of that love from me?
Yeah, sure.
Go for it, Mary. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I found it just so incredibly touching because I felt like I had been seen for the first time, and so unworthy though at the same time, like years and years and years of unworthiness. And like you've said that you love me and that you love us in so many ways, and it's just been done. You've just given and given and given and given and given, and I'm just so grateful for that because it's like it just has reached through all of my layers of like unconsciousness and gotten to my soul, and now I know that I'm
Oh, I
love.
love that. I love that. It went through those layers and got to your
Yeah,
soul. Oh, that's so beautiful. I love that. And so I've always tried to be kind of gentle with that love too, because
yeah,
I know how potent it is, and I know the unworthiness because I had it myself. I absolutely had that even through that, but I just kept telling myself, you've got to let this love flow. Otherwise, you're just going to kind of like explode, and like you have to let that love flow. Thanks, Clary. That's beautiful.
thank you so much. Thank you.
What about you, Sean? Would you like to share?
Yeah. I can't remember exactly what I posted to you yesterday or the day before, but I think that feeling of, I think I said to you, thank you for loving me and allowing myself
Yeah.
to love you. The way that you give your love, like, and you nailed it with that suspicion. Like I've felt suspicious before. Like how can someone be so loving? Like it's impossible. Then I realized that the more I let down my barriers, and what Nisha was saying, like the more that lid just opened, and the more I could see that this was a more natural feeling, like a real memory of this is home, like this is natural, this is how I'm supposed to feel. And without you expressing that to me, I just don't, yeah.
That's okay. That's
It's
okay.
really helped me to open up and just to feel that within myself and drop the barriers,
Yeah. It's okay.
drop the hate. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
And
beautiful.
I had a beautiful moment this afternoon just listening to your music too, and really feeling that love inside myself through that vibration of your music was just like, this is how I'm supposed to feel. Like this is it, like I feel this, it was just so blissful. And yeah, I just can't put it into words, but without you loving me, I would never feel the way I'm feeling.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is so, so, so beautiful. Thank you, Sean. I know everyone's feeling that. And I love you so much. And I'm just going to let it flow. I'm not holding that back anymore because of anyone's feelings. So be ready.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I mean, I feel myself when I say I just want to let my love flow, this pathway of of suppression still, you know, there, but I recognize and I know it's not real, you know, and it tells me, you know, you shouldn't do that, you know, but it's just like, that's hilarious, you know, I'm just not interested anymore, you know, because I do, and I love you, and thank you for what you shared, Sean. Thank you for letting me love you. You know, and I've said that, I've always said that. You probably remember that way back. I've always said that. I've always said that. Thank you for letting me love you. And it just feels like the greatest gift we can give each other is to just love and let yourself be loved, you know. And it's so important that that's how we're going to integrate our emotions, you know. So who else would like to share? Stella or Amy? Thank you, Sean. It's beautiful, so beautiful.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
for me, it's actually also the same. Like everyone was telling here.
Mm.
Like in the beginning, I was also a little bit suspicious, and also, and it also makes me sometimes made me sometimes not express my love too, because I thought other people will find myself suspicious.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it also feels always so beautiful to receive your love, and it's always so touching. And then I also feel the love inside myself and for myself, because when you love us, you see us. Like, I've been in this life, I always wanted to be seen, but now then when I was receiving your love, it was like, yes, this is the way I want to be seen, like the being of love that I am. And allowing, in your love, I could allow myself to feel the love for myself and to be love and to express it more and more, because for me it was very hard in the beginning to express it.
I remember like just hearing you talk now, I was just feeling so much awe of how much I love you and how much you have transformed. I mean, you could hardly get any words out, you know, and there's this beautiful flow of love, and that's what happens when we allow our love, you know, when we allow ourselves to trust it. But look, I fully understand the suspicion, because there has been a lot of motives in people, and it's been ego motive, and it's been tricky, and there's been a lot of cons in the world. There still are, you know, and it's okay. It's okay. That's been part of our wisdom. And it did really hurt, you know, and I get that. And I really understood, you know, and I've shared this a lot, but I used to feel a feeling when I would love that I would be mistrusted. I always felt that feeling. And I couldn't stop the love anyway, but I always felt that in myself. And I used to feel like maybe people are picking up on that, you know, that I'm feeling that as well. But then I started remembering the beginning, you know, I started remembering the beginning of our beautiful journey, and that decision to decide to fall. And I could see part of that fallen moment still had guilt. You know, it still had guilt to make, it's not real, it's still part of the fallen aspect. But the guilt to take us from love to fall, you know, it's just, that's what my fallen identity did with love, and that's how we stopped loving, you know. So but I knew that wasn't real when I felt that guilt, or when I felt that unworthiness to love. I knew that wasn't real, because this love was real. I knew this love was real, and I knew it was really, really deep in my soul, and I knew I had to let it out, even just for me, you know. Like, if other people felt those feelings of suspicion, I totally understood that, but I couldn't stop it, and I'm not going to stop it. I don't want to stop it, because I love it. And it's painful. It's so painful holding back our love, you know. Like, if you think about it, right, think about this, like, love, beautiful, incredible, infinite being we are. Now try and squash that. Can we really do that? Can we? No. We can try. We can try to squash that beautiful, infinite being of love, but that's painful, because it's just not real. And anything that's not real, that we experience in our fallen consciousness, at some point is going to end up painful, even if it feels like a victory. You know, we've all had the victory consciousness, you know, as well. And, you know, with the victory we can have, and then that can feel really good, but it's really only temporary. It's always temporary. And I've shared this before in many times in these sessions, that there's so many documentaries on really successful people and how unhappy they are, and how, you know, most of them become really suicidal. So it's very, very clear that it doesn't really fulfill, you know. It's always temporary, because victim and victory go together. So why would we need a victory when we remember the beautiful infinite being of love that we are? And I've remembered that. I know that. I see that in you. You're beautiful. You really are. So receive it now. You're so beautiful. I love you so much. And it's not even enough to say, is it? It's like we try, don't we? We try to express that love, and it's just, but doesn't it feel good though? Doesn't it feel good?
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
really
It's like everyone blossoms. I saw that all the time. I see that in you guys. Everyone blossoms in that love. But if it's a point in your journey, this is a past experience for you all, where you have not gained enough wisdom, you're going to try and forget that love, right? You're going to try. And I've seen many people do that, and it's good. It's okay. It's great. It took me a while to really understand and comprehend it. But once I did, I rejoiced, because I knew it was wisdom. And then I could just keep loving and not feel kind of like so sad, you know, just keeping on loving and understanding. So that's important for us to understand. And so, but, you know, now that's going to get a lot more difficult, a lot more painful, because the plan is to really awaken our DNA and ascend. And I feel like you guys know that, and you feel that, and you're just like, there's that feeling of like, okay, I'm at this stage, there's no other option. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No other option.
Yeah. So how do you feel, Stella? How did you feel about the love I was giving you?
At the beginning, when I met you and I started to feel your love, I remembered who I am, this infinite being of love and this love. But I was so used to being in my ego that every time I could feel your love, it was like my ego was like resisting, you know, there was, and then I could block it, and I could see my ego resisting it. And yeah, how with the years this has been changing and evolving, and now I'm in that place in my soul where I could anchor that love enough to allow it and to really feel it and enjoy it. But still, I still feel that resistance sometimes. It's like, oh no, I cannot deal with this now, you know. I have to do something else.
I do.
But it's like,
that's okay. You know, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with feeling those feelings, because when we want to ascend, we don't make them wrong. We make them part of our wisdom. And we know what that feels like. And until we want to really acknowledge how painful it does feel, we'll keep doing it, you know, and it's okay. Like in our love and in our high consciousness, we embrace that. And that's what you are doing with your ascension, which is just beautiful and so vitally important, you know. It's like, yes, my love is always here. It's eternal. I love you. But you have to do the same for yourself. And that's really what I really want. I want that so much. Like, for me to express my love is vital. But my passion is for you to love yourself, to remember the love that you are, like that. And I know no matter what, my love is going to trigger that, and so is yours. It's the same. It's not different. It's not separate. But there's the soul agreements, you know. And my role was to do this, you know, is to do this. So it's perfect. So thank you, beautifuls, for sharing that. I really love that so much. And when you're feeling this feeling now, remember that feeling. How does it feel? Just allow yourself to feel a memory of hate. A quick memory. Just go there real quick. Any first one that comes to you of hate. Got it? Everyone got it?
Yes.
Yep.
Got it, Maggie?
I was going to say, the first thing that came to my mind was when I used to get angry with my children or anything. you know, and I'd be really feeling angry and hateful if they were doing something wrong. And yeah, and I would always feel that when I felt really upset in myself.
Yes.
You know, it was,
like
I was going through a lot of emotions in myself, so I would take it out on them at times.
Exactly. That's very well said, because that's something that I started to understand as well, that the parent is going through their own experiences too, you know. So that's where the compassion starts to come into it, and we'll get to that. But what I want you to do now, just need a little drink, hang on a sec. With that memory of that hate, I want you to think about it, but I want you to be really, really conscious right now and make the decision right now as you remember that to change it instantly to love, and love whoever it was or whatever that situation was. Can you do that now? Okay, just close your eyes. Remember that hateful moment, and then instantly choose love in that situation instead. How does that feel? Anyone?
It feels really beautiful. It feels like it's shifted it just by you saying that and by me feeling it and taking myself back to that situation that I was thinking of.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Wow.
Anyone else?
It is so profound. Like, to me, it felt like it was a very hard and cruel situation, and that's why there was a lot of hate, and the person that I was thinking about was really hateful in that moment. But when I chose love and you said that, I saw that person smiling as well.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's like it really showed me that our souls enjoyed it.
I love that. Awesome. Anyone else? Thank you. Anyone else?
Yeah, I felt just with the shift, I felt instantly physically lighter. Like I felt this lightness all through my being, and then I felt joyful, and I felt like, oh, this is what I wanted to feel, and I could see the whole experience as exactly what I want, exactly what I wanted, and instead of going from, you know, the hate to all the bitterness and the self-pity and everything, it was just like this very beautiful, enlightening, like actually physically enlightening moment of like recognition. Beautiful.
Wow. Incredible. Beautiful. That's so amazing. I love that. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was thinking about the situation and the person, I felt myself much lighter, and the world was also much lighter, and there was like a light between ourselves. And then I felt, oh wow, everything is so easy. We just allow ourselves to.
I love that. Yes. Yes. Awesome.
And yeah, it's so much more beautiful.
Yeah. I know, right? Exactly. Oh, thank you. Estella or Sean, would you like to share?
I felt that the other person, the moment I chose to feel love, the other person was like becoming softer. And yeah, the whole situation was becoming softer and much easier. Like what Inka said, it was much easier to feel love in the end.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Wow. Thank you. That's just amazing, isn't it? What about you, Sean?
Yeah, I felt similar to Claire and Nisha and everyone. I felt that softness instantly freed, and I felt the joy of, once I felt that love for that experience, it was like I felt the joy for that experience. It was really beautiful. It was like this instant joy that we actually wanted that I wanted that, wanted to feel that.
Wow.
Yeah, it felt
you
beautiful. Like,
thank you so much, Sean. Keep going if you want.
it was instantaneous. It was like just a flash of love, joy, thank you, and finished.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. Like all of you now, all of you That's just amazingly beautiful, isn't it? Isn't that just beautiful?
Yeah.
Now, how easy was that?
Mm.
Now, we could have just gone on about that situation. We could have talked about it. We could have cried about it. We could have hated some more. We could have been like, la, 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 that. But I want to show you how to do it instantly because I know you're ready for that. I know you can. And you did. You did, right? So
Yeah.
I want you to remember this. Remember this instant. Of course, we're in a beautiful, loving environment together. And so that makes it really smooth and easy. But you can remember this and you can do that at any time. At any time. Oh, I feel so, so, so proud of you. Oh, but it just feels so blissful, doesn't it? Like to be able to do that. You know,
Yeah.
we could go through all those other feelings of like impatience and, you know, the disrespect, any violent memory, anything, and we can just transform it in that instant. We don't have to dwell there anymore. We've dwelled there enough. You know, it's something, all those really painful things, right? They repeat in your mind, don't they? They repeat,
Yes.
they repeat, and repeat.
Mm.
When you make that beautiful decision to go, I can instantly change this just by love, just by choosing love right now. It's that simple. It really is not complicated. It's just whether you want to, you know, and if you don't want to, that's okay. Take your time. There's no pressure. There's no rush. It's just your choice. But obviously, you all wanted that choice right now. What are you feeling, Clary?
Oh, so much joy from the from how profound this is. Like just lifetimes and lifetimes, and in this life, decades and decades, decades of like feeling that emotional pain
Yeah.
of like relationships and situations and experiences and everything. And
Yeah.
you've just shown us how to instantly like shift like profoundly out of that. And I'm just finding that so joyful, but so touching. It's making me laugh and cry at the same time.
Yeah, that's so beautiful and so real, so true. All right.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank you.
so much.
Oh, it's a total honor and a pleasure. So I'm going to move this forward now into some other emotions, okay? And we'll see how we go with these. All right. So we've got worry. Worry's big. Worry's big, right? Survival. Worry, worry, worry. Worry about everything. Worry about everyone. You know? Well, yes, you do know. And then we've got
Yeah.
it's obsessive. You know, we have this obsessive aspect of it where that worry becomes obsessive. Have you noticed that in yourself? Like
Yes.
it's and sometimes I just feel like that's just so irritating, you know. It's just like, and you know, it's just there and it's just going on and on and on. And then we can turn that into self-pity. You know, we can have so much self-pity around all of this. You know, we can start, you know, the worry is usually because we're feeling like a victim somehow, you know, and wanting a victory somehow, or we're wanting to survive somehow. We're feeling separate somehow, you know, so then we can start really feeling really sorry for ourselves, you know. And there we go into that. And to defend it, we go inferior, superior, right? There's that flip going on all the time. It's like, and you start battling it out in your mind, you know, with someone that's you know, that that you're worried about. It's either worried about a person or you're worried about money, you know, that's very common, isn't it? You know, and it's just worry about the next thing that's going to happen, you know, worry about tomorrow, what's going to, you know, if there's something's going to happen tomorrow and you're worried about that tomorrow, you're worried about maybe it's next week, maybe it's even next year, maybe it's months away, but you're still worrying and you're obsessing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so remember a feeling, have a memory of something that you've been worrying about. Just have that quickly now, first thing that comes to you. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Easy, isn't it? Too
Yeah.
easy.
It's easy, that
Okay.
one.
So now we're going to do the same thing. That situation. So what I want you to do, love's going to be there. but I want you to feel how powerful you are in this moment to that situation, that you are creating your reality, and really witness the unworthiness and do that with love. Okay, so remember that feeling now, that worry. Witness that worry instantly. Instantly feel how powerful you are, that you're creating a reality. Instantly feel the clarity of having the most beautiful life of complete love. And instantly feel equality. Remember that we're all equal to each other. And feel the love. Feel the love in all of those things. How does that feel?
It
Wow.
feels really great. Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like it just levels everything out to the one thing, love. And when you said feel the power in that, just taking myself there to feel that power in that love. And I love how you said everything's equal, even the thing I'm worried about. And it just felt so gorgeous to hear that.
Yeah, the equality, because a lot of worry has a lot to do with feeling such a victim to circumstances and not remembering we're all equal. We all have the equal power, you know. Awesome. Anyone else?
And when when I worry, I think somebody else is better than me or got more power over me.
Yeah, the inferiority, exactly.
Yeah.
So equality just takes all that, it just finishes that. So again, this is something you can do instantly. Instantly. Anyone else like to share?
What I felt was it just disappeared and my head was like empty, and I felt this silence.
Oh, wow.
It felt so blissful, and like, oh yeah, like everything, I don't know how to describe it, but like a very blissful silence.
I get it. I totally get it. But you know what happens in those moments? Because we feel those moments, and you will all relate to this. It's a beautiful moment where, wow, I'm feeling quiet and blissful and feels beautiful. Like people feel like they have to go to the beach together, or they have to go somewhere they can relax or listen to something. But that can happen without any of those things. But that pathway that wants to keep worrying is still there until you integrate it, right? So it's going to kick in again. It's going, hey, tap, tap, tap. You're supposed to be worrying right now because it's the only way you're going to survive. It's the only way you're going to resolve this. Your fallen identity thinks worrying helps you.
Yeah.
So that's what the program does. It like kicks it back in, you know. Can everyone relate to that?
Yeah.
And then that wheel goes
definitely.
on and on and on. So when that happens, do this same thing instantly. Remember how powerful you are, and remember it doesn't have to take time. You can sit there and it's perfectly okay to try and understand what that worry is. That's really good too. Like, what's the foundation of it? All those sort of things. But keep your consciousness high when you're doing that. Keep your consciousness in that beautiful place that's telling you to remember love. As you do this, you're going to find all of this fallen things so much easier. And that's what we want. We want our beautiful, beautiful awakened life back, right?
Yeah.
We want that. We want to live like that. We want to be surrounded with beautiful souls that feel the same and love and enjoy and experience like generosity and abundance and just like never lack of any kind, right? We want that. So this is what we have to do. We need to pinpoint these emotions and then just decide instantly to change that. And you all just did that, right?
Yeah.
It was easy.
Yeah.
Easy. But if you want to keep something, it won't be. And that's what else you can remind yourself of. Well, I'm still clinging to this, so I haven't gained enough wisdom yet. You can say that to yourself. I'm still wanting to play this out over and over and over. So you can remind yourself, okay, what's the wisdom? And this is the simplest thing to understand. The wisdom is just the feeling. That's all. Just the feeling. How simple and easy is it to wake up? So easy, right? And that's all you have to do is just say, okay, keep clinging to this. So I'm loving this feeling. I'm loving this feeling. I'm loving this feeling. And then you say, thank you for giving me this feeling. If it's someone else is involved, if it's you, then thank yourself. You know, there's usually someone else involved though, isn't there?
Yeah.
There is. Because we
Yeah.
are one being. We don't want to be isolated. People try to be isolated and it just destroys them anyway. You know, they become so primitive and you know, all these other things about it, which is nothing wrong with that. That's just another adventure. But yeah, so that's what we do, and we make it easy. We just love, we feel the gratitude. Remember compassion. We really want to feel that compassion for ourselves. You know, compassion is vital for worry. It might seem like a strange combination, but it's the truth. Compassion for you, being kind to yourself, like being compassionate, understanding why am I worrying, you know, why am I feeling these emotions, you know. So when you're compassionate with yourself and you give that, remember, forgiveness is thank you for giving me the experience. So when you do that, you're having compassion not just for you, but for the other being that's involved. And so what's happening here is love is flowing. The real loving being that you are is flowing. And that's how easy it is. That's how easy it can be for you instantly change something. Once again, remember those pathways are there. And also, those pathways have been creating your reality for how long? That's the question. For how, is it this life? Is it more lives? Is it from the very beginning? Is it just like, you know, you could even allow yourself to remember a past life. Just let any image come into your mind. Don't even try and correct it. Just let it come in because it's probably right. And if it isn't, it's symbolic. So whatever it is, let those images, let those memories, let those feelings, this life, past life, anything, another planet, it doesn't matter. Just let yourself have that feeling so that you can recognize whatever it is, how long has it been there? You know, how long have I wanted to have this feeling? And so the process of doing this instant awareness, instant transformation, it is a process to change your reality. But it's up to you how much you give it. How much do you feel in your soul? Just be aware of that right now. How much willingness is in your soul? Just remember what you just experienced with transforming that. How much willingness is in your soul to continue that? You know, to just go, oh, I want to keep this going. I want to keep this awakening. And it's okay if there's only a small amount or a big amount or all the different variations. It's still perfect. When you want to ascend, then you want to understand yourself on those levels. You know, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, you know, and it is really easy. Ascension is really easy. The only thing that's difficult about it is our own resistance to it.
Yeah.
And how much of that have we had, you know? And that's because of all those feelings, all those unintegrated feelings, all those soul memories, all those experiences, just even in this life. And, you know, everything in this life is related to something else. Or everything is related because it's one thing and it's all now. It feels like it isn't, but it is. And when we just keep it really simple, okay? Just keep it really simple. That's the emotion. That's the truth. The emotion of the forgetting feels painful. It's all those different feelings that feel tension, create tension. Those feelings are keeping your DNA from activating your ascension. As you do exactly what I said, you do that instant activation. Your DNA will be activating that ascension. It's just there. It's just waiting for you. You know, it's just like this plan is all there. And as you keep allowing that instant experience, you will see the change in yourself. You all have. You've all experienced it. And it's beautiful. Why do we stop doing that, you know? Does anyone know the answer why we would stop doing that? Really ascending? Why would we stop ascending? Anybody? Mish?
Because we haven't finished with the pain. We still want that pain.
And the pain gives us wisdom.
Wisdom.
And so how much wisdom do we want? How much pain do we want? You know, I've talked about these before. And it's just so easy. It's so simple to understand. But just remember how much is still needing to be integrated is why you will keep repeating. But I'm showing you how to do this instantly. You can do this instantly. You've already done it. You did it now. You've done it twice now. We're going to do it more yet. But you've done it twice. It didn't feel hard, did it?
No.
No,
Not at all.
no, it felt really easy.
I love that. Of course. Because you're amazing. Because you are complete. Oh, you are complete love. I got just shivers all through me then. You are amazing beings of love. You are so divine. You are perfection. You are love itself. You are powerful. And the only thing that's saying you're not is that fallen identity doing its job perfectly. Yay! So funny. Not so funny when you dive in there and you feel it, right? But the best thing you can do for your ascension is remember. Like I do walk around giggling a lot through the day because I keep seeing the funniness. Not in myself, in other people, you know, just oh, it's so funny when you awake. The more you awaken, the more you giggle. And of course, I don't want to do that where it's going to disturb anyone else. You know, I respect where people are. We want to keep that respect. That so much respect is so important to our, you know, our soul of love and recognition. But you can still do it, you know. It won't be suppressing it if you are having the understanding. Like I know I've been in situations where I just really want to laugh so much at the illusion that's going on. And I knew it wasn't appropriate, but I understood why. So I wasn't, if I didn't want to understand and I just went, oh, this is wrong, I shouldn't do this, then I'd be suppressing that feeling of love. And I don't want to do that. You know, I want to remember, keep remembering. And so in that situation, you can just say, wow, this is so beautiful. I'm creating this just to understand it, just to have the feeling, just to have the wisdom. It's all so simple. Ascension's really simple. It's our fallen reality that's complicated, and all those fallen emotions, oh, they're so cleverly created, like weaving, worry, you know, it's turning into self-pity and obsession, you know, like hate turns into arrogance and disrespect, you know, and impatience, and people become cruel. The more they hate, the more cruel they become, because you know, it's just, you can see how complex is the word, how it gets, you know. But unraveling it is not hard. That's the easy part. Just put it all in one basket called pain. I love that. And just say, look, I love you, pain, so much. Thank you for everything. You know, you can make yourself a little basket and throw some stuff in there. Put one basket of pain and just love it for a while, you know. That would be so funny. Or you can just do it imaginary in your imagination, which is just as powerful. So it's so amazing what we can do to keep it simple, you know. And so let's move into another aspect now. When we go through all that worry and all that, we start to lose ourselves. When we start hating, we start forgetting we're equal, we start losing ourselves, and what kicks in then is grief. We all feel such a deep grief of loss in ourselves, and I used to ask myself, why do I feel that? Why do I feel that so much? What is it? What I could, remember relationships that were painful. I could remember childhood. I could remember things, but I was just like, I want to really know what's the core of that. And that's what it is. It's the loss of yourself. That's the grief. And it's just there's sadness and then loneliness, And you know what that sadness and that grief and loneliness can do? It can make you very clingy and possessive. If you've experienced anyone being really possessive of you, or you've been really possessive of someone, it's because of grief. See how we can understand these subliminal layers of everything that's going on, but we're taking it out of this being subliminal to being conscious. So, that those clinging identities that you've probably had or you've had, I think we've all experienced to some degree, but I know I've experienced, I've met people that are extremely like that. I'm sure you have too, and it's okay. It's just part of the journey, but that's what's there. That's what's there is the grief and the loss of themselves, and they want you to fix it. They want you to fix it. But you can't fix it because they have to remember themselves. And don't even try, just love and understand and choose your ascension and move forward in that. In what is the most gentle and easy way for yourself. Because gentility is very important. Very important. So that I'd like you now to remember the beautiful way that we integrate grief is courage. Not courage as in a brave person who gets an award for doing something, but the courage to remember who you are, overcoming all the limitations and having that courage to say, I am love. I am my own source of fulfillment. I am not lost. And you find yourself there. I am not lost. And if you need to cry and if you need to grieve yourself consciously, then do that. It's okay. It's a big part of this is recognizing the oneness. Like there's equality and there's oneness. The oneness is who we all are collectively as one being, which is even collectively isn't even real. It's just we are one being, all of humanity. But the equality is realizing because we're one being, no one is above or below anyone. So that oneness feeling is really a big part of connecting and integrating grief. And if you're feeling grief about the loss of someone, that's understandable. There's people that we love, there's beings, there's animals, there's all sorts of things in our life, homes, places, experiences that we feel like we lost and we grieve it, But that's still inside of you. That's still you choosing that. And when you're ready to really embrace that and understand that as the wisdom and the journey of what it's like to feel separated, you will be able to integrate that. You'll feel the oneness. Oneness is so, so vital in our ascension, and that's just recognizing the one soul. One soul. The beautiful, the being of love. Our individual feeling of our love is beautiful too. But when we can comprehend the whole oneness of everything, not even just with humanity, but everything in existence, beyond, beyond anything, you can just feel that too. And the unity consciousness, like that loss, that grief that you feel, the loss of yourself, is just forgetting the unity that we have with each other. The unity is a part of ascension. We don't have to do any of this on our own. It sounds contradictory because you do as well. You have to do that consciously in yourself. But we are here for each other too, you know. And let that, that's why I want to give you my love, you know, because I know how important it is for you. It's important for me. But the love, I want it to be here for everyone and anyone, and it is, just is, and so is yours. So it's okay to be united in this, you know, it's beautiful. But I know that that's frightening to people because they feel like they'll lose their soul to that unity. But perhaps other situations you might, you know, when there's, you know, there is some domination happening, which has a, you know, a whole fallen identity, and maybe, and no, not maybe, we have experienced those things, but this is ascension. I'm talking about, this is the love of who we are. We let ourselves feel that, and even just have moments in your reality where you're feeling that. You know, like, I absolutely welcome you to include me and my love in your consciousness. You can communicate with me on any level at any time. I love that. I'm here for that. It gives me joy beyond words. And I want to give that to you as well. And I do communicate with you. I really do. You know it. You know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do the same, you know, and do it with each other. Go to a new level of communication in the unity consciousness, you know. Go to a new level of that. So I'd like you to remember a moment that you felt a lot of grief. Just whatever comes to you, just connect with a moment where you felt a lot of grief. Just whatever comes. It's okay to feel it. The sadness, the loss feeling. Something clinging was happening around that. Let yourself connect with that. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you to do that instant understanding again, and that is the courage to remember me, the love I am, the acceptance of this beautiful plan. Thank you to whoever was involved in that, yourself or someone else, for giving me that experience, and then instantly feel the oneness with it all. Feel whatever you're feeling. Instant love. Instant letting go. Just letting go. Letting go of that clinging. Because there's nothing to cling to. We're one being of love. Imagine that one being of love right now. Feel that oneness. Feel the loss of yourself was only thinking you're separate. Feel that oneness. Breathe. Relax. How does that feel? Anyone like to share?
Yeah, I just felt a lot of golden light, and I just felt like, and I also felt a lift off my shoulders and around my head from hanging on to that grief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand. You feel that instant healing. Yeah. Anyone else?
I felt similar to what Mark was saying.
Yeah.
There was so many memories of grief that came when you helped us connect with it. And my greatest grief, what I felt was losing you and losing myself because I was not with you. And then when I connected with that oneness and with that love, it just felt like golden water. Everything was like ocean of gold. And we all were that it was not like, it did not feel like a suffocating being underwater, but it felt like we were all that part of that golden water.
Oh, what a beautiful image. I love that.
Like, and the gorgeous smiling faces of everyone that I was thinking about. It was so beautiful.
How did that transform that feeling? How did that instantly transform that grief feeling?
It just washed away. It felt like it was just non-existent in that room. It just was like,
oh wow,
love.
That's beautiful. Non-existent. That's the truth. That's the truth. In the oneness, the separation is non-existent.
And it was so calm. It was not like hyped up joy. It was just so calm and so peaceful and flowing and easy and wow.
And here I am.
Yeah, you are. Thank you.
Because you shared that loss of me, and wow, so that would have been like a past life feeling.
It felt like, to me, it felt like really, so I could see a little bit of gray image of my twin flame, and I could see me, and I could feel that grief as well. But like what really was so painful was not having you, and how lost I have felt in this lifetime when I was looking for you all my life, and all those things, and so many memories, and the clinginess that I would, if I found someone who I thought was you, I would be like, oh, that's who it is. And then they did the same to me when I thought, no, this is untrue, and I left, and they were like, no, they could not let go of me, you know. But just with all your beautiful guidance, just allowing love in every memory that was coming through, just allowing love. Yeah, it just came like peace.
And that's beautiful. I'm glad that you shared about someone clinging to you as well, because it's a very common experience, you know, and to have the compassion and understanding of that too, you know, that difficult situation it feels like when, you know, you really have to choose yourself to ascend, and then there's all that letting go, you know, and there's so much loss to integrate around that, but you just do the same thing. You just remember instantly we are one being, and you feel that, and you recognize that, and you feel the love in that. And you can like I said, I'm here. You can connect with me on any level, any inner being level, and any other level, this level, you know. So you can do the same thing with anybody, you know. And if there's a situation like that where there's still the unintegrated feeling of the pain of that, because I understand that, because I went through that a lot, and I always felt so sad for the other person's loss of me in a way. But then I would remember the truth of the oneness and the love, and of course I had compassion for that person, but that like he felt so healing and nourishing and integrating to my soul. Because if someone else is hurt because of us, it hurts, doesn't it?
Yes.
It really hurts.
Yeah,
it really hurts. And even if they've hurt you, and in some of those situations I was hurt, which is why I didn't want to continue in that situation, you know. And so, you know, it still hurts, you know, but that's where we can have that real understanding of that loss and what that really means. And I am guiding you to have some instant higher consciousness. Yes, you will have to repeat that if that pathway has a deep groove within you, like how long, like I said earlier. But be patient, be kind, be loving, be soft, be compassionate. And it will. This is what I want you to have faith in. Really trusting your ascension, really trusting applying these things. Because I know there's a part of our fallen identity that says, but will it really work? I've tried before, you know, it didn't work. And I get that. I've been there too. I get that, you know. And it's okay to feel whatever you're feeling. It's okay. And it's like, just do the same thing. You know, it's yes, it's very painful, but the higher consciousness, let that become your main choice. That higher consciousness says oneness. Remember the oneness. Remember love. Remember we're all one. Remember how powerful we are. Remember this person is not a victim because of me. It's their beautiful path. And that can take a lot of letting go. And it can be very painful. I know, I do know. And I know you all know. I know you've all because I know your stories. I know you've all been through this. It's difficult, you know, but it gets so easy when we trust our higher consciousness. You know, that's why I'm choosing to ascend, because I want the ease and the flow of love in my life. And I've known that from a very young age. That was the only way I'm going to have it, is to choose my higher consciousness. You know, there were times in my life, as all of us have had, where we were like, well, maybe that other thing will be okay to do, you know. I just want to do that for a while, and that's okay. I want you to know that I love you no matter what. You love yourself no matter what. We all love each other no matter what. That's the higher perception. That's our higher consciousness. What are you feeling, Sean?
The grief.
Yeah.
About 5 years ago, I went through so much. The last time I saw you guys, and I wasn't able to see my son for about 3 months, and I remember the grief it felt bottomless. It just felt like it was never going to end. Like it was 3 months of just constant day and night crying, never feeling like I was going to come out of it. It just felt like it was so deep. And I realized that a lot of that was loss of myself and my twin flame.
That's great.
And through this experience, I feel like I've got gratitude. I have gratitude for that experience. Like I would have, like that depth of that loss of myself is within me to feel. So I was given an experience to feel that. And I just think that's so beautiful in itself and so amazing that I could feel that.
Yeah.
And come out of the other end of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that. So much vulnerability and realness and love, and with the connection that you made with yourself. That's powerful, and that's so beyond words profound. So thank you for giving that experience to the one soul. Thank you. Like, you just did something very high consciousness choice. Now that affects everyone, your son included. That's going into him. You know, every time we choose a higher thing, that affects all of us. That's so beautiful, Sean. Thank you for that vulnerability and having that courage to share that and recognize that was the loss of yourself. I too have been through grief. I know what it feels like. It does feel like a bottomless thing. It's the most excruciating thing, the loss of something that you love that much. And it's just like, it just does feel never ending, and it's excruciating. And you've got to allow that too. You know, it's really okay to allow that grief, Sean. It's really okay, you know. But I want to give you these ways where you can keep going to that instant, even through that whole crying. Like, I'm not telling you this instant stuff to suppress you. I'm telling it so that you'll feel, but keep your consciousness high. Keep doing that high thing, because that's how you're going to change it. That's how you're going to release the suppression. You know, if we just cry and cry and cry, I've done that. You know, I've been there. I've done that. Felt like this, like you said, Sean, this bottomless pit of crying. And it's like, and it's just so, so painful. I remember feeling like, if I keep crying this, I am going to die, you know, and that's okay too. But I didn't want to. I didn't want to die, really, ultimately. I thought about it, believe me, a lot. But I didn't want to, so I had to pull myself out of that and say, well, what's the truth? You know, what do I want to remember? And I just felt the gratitude like you did. That's beautiful. The gratitude and the love of that experience. And just know that it's just transforming. You know, bonds transform, whether you're ascending or not. You think of a childhood into a teenager, into an adult, or how we experience our parents, that's bonds that we have with them transforming, and those bonds are transforming. When you're ascending, that's another level of transformation of bonds, and that can be even more painful because there's such a deep part of us that wants to stay true to the fall, and we love the other being so much that we want to rescue them. But then you have to get to that point yourself where you love yourself so much that you don't want to rescue anyone. You don't even want to rescue yourself. You just know you have to choose your ascension. And it does feel painful. And you know what? It's okay to feel that pain. It really is. Do not want to suppress it, but let's keep that higher conscious there all the way through, allowing those tears. That's what you're doing, Sean. It's beautiful, and we're all loving it. And you're just doing that. But keep remembering, like I'm helping you today, one little click in your consciousness choice to change it. Cry it out, but keep knowing. No, I've done that so many times and it's so good. And you know what? That's how you will ascend. That's how you will transform your reality. That's how the reality of the love that we all feel for each other will be so content and so fulfilling in ourselves, even with all the people that don't know. Like I love every soul on this planet, no matter what, because I can penetrate right through the layers of their fallen consciousness and see them for who they are. That hasn't always been easy, and I've had to cry a lot through those layers. I still do, because it hurts. It hurts so much what's going on in the world. You know, the cruelty, the hate, all of that. And it's okay to let it hurt. It's okay. But I want to love everyone. That's our higher consciousness. Our higher consciousness loves everyone. So let's penetrate through those layers and let's love the soul that being is. All the stuff on the outside, superficial. It's just the journey. It's just the journey to have the experience of forgetting ourselves. Those people are in a lot of pain. Of course they are. Even like cruelty, the cruelty, there's so much pain underneath that. If it's not this life, it's several other lives, but it's there. And it's not easy to make it okay. But the only way that you can is to remember the soul. It's your soul. It's you. It's us. It's oneness. That's our higher conscious perception, and that's where we can instantly change it. That takes practice. That takes dedication. That takes like desire, love, you know, like you can't stop that love once you really activate it. You know, it's just there, and you don't even want to. When you really want to ascend, you let love flow. And I'm sure you can all relate to the feelings of letting that love flow, but feeling brakes all the time, like putting the brakes on in the car, you know, like putting the brakes on. And it's just like, it's stifling, you know, it feels suppressing, it feels so painful. And it might be really subtle too. Like you might not even realize that it's happening because it's really subtle. But when you have that higher conscious perception, you'll pick up on those subtleties and you'll transform them. And you know what's happening then? You're activating your real higher intelligence. It's there. You are a highly intelligent being. We all are, no matter what. You think about the intelligence, the high intelligence that created who we are, that created this journey. That's way beyond genius. Genius fails that compared to that. We are profound beings. And you, as you're doing this, these things that I'm guiding you with, you're awakening your intelligence. And that will be experienced more and more in your reality. And you know, that the identity, that's courage. That's the courage. That's how you find yourself. Again, you know, we have the loss of ourselves, but the courage and the allowing of who we really are. The allowing, not the suppressing anymore. We've suppressed ourselves to please others because it felt better. But did it really? It felt comfortable, but did it really? No, it didn't. It felt excruciating. And that's when those ascension choices start activating because of that pain. And that's why I've shared that a lot. How much pain? How much pain are you going to experience until you say, well, I have to do this for myself. I have to do this ascension for myself. And it's not a rule. It's just your soul knows, doesn't it? It just absolutely knows. And this is what's happening. You're going to remember things. You're going to remember a lot of things. You're going to remember past lives. You're going to remember how we used golden light. You're going to remember some of the most profound things that you didn't even remember. It's that simple. You just forgot. It's so simple. But it's true. Like there's so much, so much for you to remember. And you know what? It's just going to blow your mind in a way. But you're just going to know that's who you really are. That's what we want. We want that advanced civilization. We want that. Whether the rest of the soul knows it or not, we're going there. That's what we want. And when I say advanced, it's advanced civilization because we've got the wisdom. We were this incredible being that you can't even fathom in a way. And then we said, let's do this, and then we gain the wisdom. We know what it feels like. It's that simple. We know that's wisdom. We know what it feels like. And we thank each other and we thank ourselves. Mm-hmm. There's advanced consciousness. What you're doing today, that's advanced consciousness. When you're doing these instant things, that's advanced consciousness. That's advanced civilization. So let's keep that going. Let's keep that rolling. This is what we really want, and we are going to have it. And I see my own illusions that thinks, how can that even be real? How can that even happen? And I just go, that's not real. Of course it's going to happen. It's already happening for me. I'm already feeling that advance in my life, and everything that I see in my life that is old me, like my old personality, I don't feel interested in it anymore, like even just forms of happiness, things that made me feel happy before, even jokes, things like that, like a whole identity. It's just like, I don't want to be that anymore. I don't feel like that's me anymore. I'm not aligned with that anymore. That's just old experience of having fun being forgotten, having fun feeling separate, having fun, even just jokes, like they're just laughing at ourselves. But I don't feel like I love having fun. But my fun now, as I'm ascending more and more and more, is this. This is fun to me. This is joy to me.
Yeah.
This is bliss. This is like paradise. This is paradise. And that's why I'm doing this, why I decided to do this guidance again, this way. This is how I wanted to do it this time, because I was ready for this level and I wanted to give that and do that for me, for all of us. And I love it. And I love you. And I'm just so speechless to say what's changing in me. And you guys, I can see it. How much you're evolving. Let's do that. I've always encouraged everyone to do that, and I understand, why people are still doing what they're doing, and we have to in our ascension. That's part of it. So that brings me to the feeling of fear quite a bit right now. So we want to understand the emotion of fear. Now you're getting the idea here where this is how important our emotions are to understand for our ascension.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. You're getting the whole story, you're getting how it works, and you're getting how powerful you are. So what happens with fear? I'm just going to say this straight. It makes you really stupid. It really does. It makes you really. How brilliant is that? How highly intelligent is it to say, let's have fear so we can be stupid when we know we're not? How brilliant is that? And I know you can see stupidity out in the world, right? You can see it, and it's okay. I want you to see how brilliant it is. But fear does that, and fear shuts you down like it's a beautiful experience. It ain't beautiful, but it's a beautiful experience that shuts you down from your love and from the powerful being that you are. Think about what you're fearing. It's always about victim, or it's always about victory. There's something around that, and we want to really look at that. Like, it makes us really rigid too. Like, fear makes us stay in this rigidity. Like, it puts us in this kind of boxy place where we're so stiff from fear that we're just like, we can't even, how do we get out of that box? We're stuck in there. There's no way out. And that happens a lot, doesn't it, with fear? That I've got no option here. But you do have an option. You do have an option. So fear creates lack too, Even if you've got a lot of money, it creates a feeling of lack. And what's the lack? You forgetting who you are. The lack is forgetting the love. It's just, fear also makes people really tough. You see really tough people, both men and women. You see that. They get tough because they get more defensive. They get hard. Fear gives you that next decision to make yourself tough. No, I'm not letting anyone hurt me anymore. I'm never going to be in that situation anymore. I'm going to harden up. I'm going to be so hard, so tough that fear never, ever affects me, that sort of thing. So how do we overcome fear? We trust the higher plan. We relax. We relax and trust the higher plan. We awaken our higher intelligence. We find stillness, because fear makes you really twitchy and trembly and fidgety, and all the other emotions kick in with it. So we want to find that stillness of love in ourselves. We want to remember to have faith in this plan. That's like your instant integration. If you do that, that's how you overcome fear in an instant. You don't have to work out how not to be fear. If I did this, like, you work out a plan, and then I won't be frightened anymore. Like all these little things that you construct for your life. That's okay to do that, but you can construct your things without fear. You can construct your life just with love, and by trusting the higher plan. But as we're shifting our higher consciousness, we know what that higher plan is. Get the most painful fear that's come to you right now in your consciousness, the thing that really triggers deep fear. Let's get that in your consciousness now. And then we're going to instantly change that into having complete faith in the higher plan. Complete faith in the higher plan. Complete trust. Instant change. Instant changing that. Using your higher consciousness. Relaxing. You're going to relax. You're going to be gentle with yourself. And you're going to trust. You're going to put your whole soul into trusting and knowing that everything is perfect and everything is the higher plan of love. You're ascending now. What you've done today has awakened more of your DNA for ascension, more levels of that. And so you can trust that. You can trust that's your path. That's what you want to experience now. Now look at that fear thing. How does that fear thing look compared to that choice? Think about that. Take a deep breath. Okay, who would like to share about their experience right now about this?
I feel so much fear in many situations. Like I feel like fear is my main emotion,
Yeah.
the strongest one.
Mm-hmm.
I feel fear in a lot of situations.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes in very simple situations, it suddenly like my body has this program of fear, and my body gets active. Like suddenly, it's triggered, and my heart starts beating very fast, and then it all goes so quickly.
Mm.
But as I feel I don't have time to, you know.
Yeah, yeah. You feel like time's running out. You feel like time's running out. Time is a big part of fear, activating fear, because we're always feeling there's not enough time. You know, we're always feeling pressure and stress by time, you know. But even if we're not feeling that, we can still be feeling fear, you know. Fear can just be so deeply, fear is so deeply ingrained in our programs to give us this experience that it's like what you're saying, Estella, it's just within everything. So that was really great that you could see that.
Yeah, I don't know if everyone experiences like that, but in my case, I feel it's very physical.
Yes,
I feel it a lot
everyone
in
does
my
feel
body.
that. Everyone feels it physically. Yes, they do. All the emotions are felt physically. And remember I was saying earlier about emotions as signals? They signal our body to activate whatever is associated. And if it's a fallen one, it's deteriorating, it's destructive. If it's our ascension, our higher conscious, it's constructive. So it's, you know, it's nourishing, it's healing, it's just like rejuvenating. You know, and that's the higher conscious choice. So how did you go when you did the higher conscious choice, Estella?
Yeah, I feel the shift, but I could hear my ego saying, "No, this is not going to work for me." There's that
That's good.
sensations I'm having, like it's my body is reacting so
Yeah,
strong
yeah,
that I cannot control it.
yeah.
Then I go into this spiral of trying to control it, and it gets worse.
Yes, I understand completely. I completely
Very
understand.
strong.
So this is where you want to be very gentle with yourself and have compassion for yourself and understand the real deep the what's the motive right underneath there that's causing so much fear. Like what's your ultimate aim, Estella, that you want to achieve?
I want to achieve that state where I can have that inner peace and knowing that everything is perfect, and that trust in the higher plan, so I can relax in that way, and I can just express myself and do whatever I have to do in every moment with that.
Yeah. So what's the bottom line of the fear that's so completely all encompassing you right now?
Like the root of the fear, you mean?
Yes, yes.
I'm not sure, but I would say it has to do with being exposed.
Mm. Well, let me ask you this. What is it that you want the most right now?
My ascension.
Mm-hmm. And what do you feel will give you your ascension?
Choosing love.
Mm-hmm. And what do you love and want?
I love our unity. I love my twin flame. I want my twin flame.
Mm-hmm. So there's your answer to your greatest fear. If you ask yourself those questions, then you can unveil the greatest thing that you believe you cannot have, that you will never have. So you can't trust it. And you know what? That's really beautiful. That's just how powerful you are to believe such a thing that is not true. It's just how powerful we all are to have had the experience of separation from our twin flame, to experience the pain of that, to experience just the loss of ourself, all of these things we've been talking about. That fear really takes us right to the bottom line, when we let ourselves really look at it. It takes us right down to survival, and the pain of surviving and separation from each other. That's huge, that's what we did. We separated, not only from our twin flame, but from our soul family, we separated. We believed, we chose this journey, and like I said, in the beginning, we found that humorous and funny, and one time you will find the same feeling that you're having funny when you're ready to really see the illusion in it. And it's not that it's wrong or right, or that you're laughing at it with sarcasm. You're just loving yourself for having made such a strong choice to believe this. And that's our ascension. That's our higher consciousness. That's where we have to be so strong and so potent in that choice. Like that love, make that love more for your ascension than for your fear. Because right now, why you're feeling it, and why you're feeling it physically too, because all the signals are being triggered in your body to make you feel it, or physical, the feeling, the destruction of fear, and that just helps feed it. But what you really want is love. That's what the fear is even trying to tell you that you want, that you're missing,
Yeah, is that the fear I can see now? The fear is fear of being put in a victim situation, of feeling like a victim.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. That's completely understandable, and it's okay to feel that. It's really okay, and feel that for as long as you want. There's no rules about you should do that now. You're failing. Just if you give yourself that permission to feel this, because sometimes even in our ascension, we can get too dogmatic, and start hating ourselves because we're not ascending properly, and that's just another way the fallen identity grabs hold to keep us suppressed, to keep us feeling stupid. Just remember, stupid feels like quite an insult, actually. If you say to yourself, I'm just being stupid, there's a feeling of both insult as well as, oh, I feel so gross, I feel so gross feeling that stupid, it's so embarrassing. It's like you're revealing something about yourself that you just squirm away. So don't do that. Don't admit the stupidity of fear, because that just feels like you are just absolutely no one anymore. You're absolutely nothing. Or you just, who would even want you? Oh, would your twin flame even want someone that stupid, There's all that sort of stuff that can go on in your consciousness. But you might have to do that until you've had enough of those. What was that, Stella?
Self-loathing.
Yes, exactly. Self-loathing. And of course, that's taking us back to hate, So we started with hate and we ended up with fear, we're here at fear right now. Because that's what we want to feel, We want to feel stupid. Think about it. Think about it, really. We're so beyond intelligent. Intelligence not enough to say how magnificent we are. So, wow, what if we made ourselves feel stupid? I just want to know what that feels like. That's the truth. I want to know what that feels like. Here's my question to you, Stella. Do you know what it feels like now? Awesome. Yay. So that's all you have to remind yourself. Keep reminding yourself. Oh, I know what stupid feels like. I know what fear feels like now. Yay! You know, just let those let those layers, you know, just pass. You know, if you want to ascend, you're going to make those decisions to choose your higher perspective. And wisdom's so important. Wisdom is love. It's our love that made us, that chose to have this experience of forgetting ourselves. Our love chose that. When you get that through to yourself, you will understand how beautiful it all is actually. And you'll be able to ascend when you understand. And you know what? It is so really simple and easy to fathom and joyful to fathom. Of course it is. But like I said earlier, when I first started this session, there's a lot of pathways that are very fixed. And that's because we haven't allowed ourselves to gain the wisdom of it yet. And why? Because we're loving the feeling. We're just loving it. And it's okay. But that's not, you know, how can our fallen identity admit that? All it wants to say is, I'm not loving the feeling. Of course, that's how denial keeps you in the experience. So the beautiful thing to do when you're trusting the higher plan, you're trusting the whole plan, the whole design that we chose to have this adventure. That's what you're doing. You're trusting that, but you're also trusting the ascension aspect of it. And so that there's a discipline. Discipline is, I love discipline for ascension. I absolutely love it. To me, it's joyful. It's something that feels right to me. And that's disciplining myself to choose my higher consciousness. So, I have talked to myself, come on, Jode, remember, come on, remember. I know this is big and I know you're feeling this really strongly right now, but remember. Remember to trust the higher plan. Just do that. And I have created so many experiences to gain wisdom of what it feels like to feel absolutely terrified, but to do that, to trust my higher plan, to trust my higher self, to trust there's something high there. Even when I was really, really young and little, you know, I just knew that and I trusted that and I felt that. You know, a lot of you know my life story. Some of my life story you don't know. But those I had an amazing life. I've had so many experiences. It doesn't seem possible to me even. And there's so many things in my life, so many adventures, so many different aspects that I experienced the fallen consciousness, and most of them were terrifying, and most of them were very unsafe. And so I did that. I mean, there was all the other side of it too, where, you know, there's the illusion of joy around it. But all of those, I know now that I gave myself fast track life, fast track to gain wisdom, because one day you're going to do this, what I'm doing right now. One day you're going to do that. So you need to know, if you haven't had these experiences, how are you going to know what it feels like? You can't sit there and guide people to remember the love that they are if you haven't got wisdom. Wisdom's not learning spirituality. Wisdom is knowing what it feels like. That's wisdom. So when you know what it feels like and you're acknowledging with love, wow, that's what I wanted. That was the higher plan. Then you can acknowledge, but there's a higher plan for my ascension as well. You know, there's many different higher plans actually. There's many aspects of the higher plan. But basically, to summarize it, it's ascension or falling. I'm so good at summarizing things. I like simplicity, you know. I love simplicity because the truth is simple. There's a lot we can say, I say about it, but it's still simple. Like, I want to guide you with simplicity. I want to do that, and I'm doing that. But the fallen consciousness still wants complication. But that's just so it doesn't gain any wisdom. But what about this and what about that? Excuses, defenses, and they're beautiful too. There's nothing wrong with them. But that's how you stop yourself from going that higher. Where is that higher thing? I like saying up here because it sort of gives me that lift feeling. But you know, we're amazing. We're so amazing. And it's just like, I loved when you laughed just before Estella, that when I said, have you gained the wisdom of that now? And you started giggling. I've seen you do that so often. Look at how beautiful she looks right now. Like, it's so beautiful. Like, when that wisdom's gained, the beauty just pours out. Doesn't that tell you something?
Yeah.
Yeah. It sure does.
Who would like to say what it tells you? Go, Nish. Go for it.
It tells me this is real. It tells me I am not lying to myself. The other part, the fallen part, was lying. This is real, because every time I have seen myself in any fallen emotions, I've seen myself going darker. I have seen myself being unwell. I have seen myself, like, I have not enjoyed looking at myself. I felt myself ugly.
Yeah.
But every time, and I have not done it today, but I usually do before and after picture of the session, before and after of the session.
Yeah.
And I always look more beautiful after the session, because I have connected with love, because I have connected with integration. And exactly, like, in each one of us, I see that every time in each one of us. I see that even in people, like when I see them renting your video, and when they watch the recording, I see them like I see that in them as well.
Yeah.
So that just shows me it is real. How, like, it's just blatant.
Yes, and I was thinking, as you're thinking, that's so true. It's so beautiful. I love it. And I was thinking about how fake fallen beauty is.
Yes.
And what's the fakeness in the fallen beauty? You know, seduction, being alluring somehow, or the tough, the cool. You know, that's alluring as well. You know, so there's so much. It's great, you know. It's just another way for us to have wisdom and to have the fake beauty, because that beauty's still there. That's what happens. You know, the layers come off so that the beauty can be seen again. You know, it's very simple, hey? It's so simple.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing about that seduction, because that is when I have seen, there have been times when people would have told me, I look gorgeous, I look beautiful. And then I look at myself and I'm like, I look ugly.
I understand. Yeah.
Because they are enjoying the seduction, and I look at it and I'm like, this is disgusting.
Brilliant. Brilliant. That's exactly was my experience one day when I saw seduction on my face. I thought, oh my God, that was really ugly. But I was ready to see that. It's demonic looking. But again, always remember, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with any of these experiences. We definitely don't want to make them wrong. We just know what they result in. Okay, so I want to just move forward now to anger. Because fear always creates anger. And, you know, when you were sharing about that fear, Estella, I sensed that anger too around it, you know, like it, and it's in all of us, you know. It's just like fear can just make us really angry, you know. And if you see people that are really angry, remember that they're just really frightened. Really frightened. Anger is another form of survival, you know. Frustration, you know, that makes us angry when we're frustrated. And you know what? We always are going to get frustrated by our fallen consciousness. So how many tons and tons of consciousness of frustration is there in the one soul right now? Oh.
Wow.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And, you know, you can even get so caught up in ascending dogma that you're getting frustrated because you're not. Get it? You get it. You get it. You've been there. You know, that's okay. It's okay. Just another thing to choose your higher consciousness to be aware of. Your higher consciousness will not tell you off. Your higher consciousness will encourage you and inspire you and love you. Everything that you hear from your higher consciousness will only be that, only love and only support. It might say, come on, it's okay, you know. Remember, that's because you want that. You want to hear that, you know. But if you're listening to a telling off session in your head, that's not your higher consciousness. You get it. You get it. So, the anger, things that make you angry, you know, they hurt, you know, and we can act on them. You know what happens after the anger? We're back to the hate. The anger starts to turn into hate. So if anger turns into hate, then the cure for anger is love. Because that whole thing, that whole journey I just took you on with these emotions is a cycle, and it's brilliant. It's so good. It helps you to see how it all flows together and works and ends up at hate. I started at hate, but we ain't going to end up back there with all those fallen things. And not just, you know, I hate everything. I hate the world. I hate my life. I hate me. I hate everyone. You know, la la la. You know that rant that we've all had. Pain. It's the pain, but you know, it's just so much anger because there's so much frustration, you know. But it can also make you very timid. You know, when you see people who are really quiet and really timid, very angry people. That's okay, right? That's just how they're experiencing it. You know, they don't feel, because there's so much fear underneath that anger. They don't feel safe to even be angry, you know. So I'll become this timid identity, it's timid personality. I'm sure someone's coming to your mind around that. You've been it yourself, you know.
Me.
What was that?
I was someone like that, yeah.
I forgot you even like that. That's how much you've changed. But yeah, what was happening? How did you feel being timid like that?
Yeah, it was a lot of fears, even the fear of talking, showing myself.
Yeah.
And I was very angry about it too. And hating everyone and myself.
Yeah, just that whole cycle of everything. There's all that self-pity or the obsession, like all of these things. Like, you know, you're all going to be able to rewatch this. So you'll be able to understand this whole cycle. And hopefully you'll even remember it. So, like rebellion's a big part of anger too, you know, all the rebellious people are trying to make change with anger, you know. And that's what you try and do to yourself when you're telling yourself off, you know. You want to connect with your soulfulness in that situation and remember kindness for yourself. That there's an assertiveness in this. Like I said, your higher self will encourage you, inspire you. That's different to anger. Remember that. You're allowed to be assertive with love. Sometimes we have to do that and be really honest with ourselves and even other people. And I'm sure you've all been there. But you did it with love and not anger, and that's the difference. Once you get to a point where you can just do it with love, it will resolve. So I'd like you to remember something now that has made you feel a lot of anger. Just contemplate that for a moment, and then we'll do the next part of that where you instantly change it. But just let yourself now access something that made you feel really angry, and be just really loud instantly, whatever comes to you. okay, now we're going to go to that instant assertiveness with kindness in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Allow that loving assertion, but kindness, and a harmonious feeling around that. What would you be saying? What would you be doing in that situation? Go there instantly now. Feel the love of that. Now let yourself feel joy. Feel the joy of this change, this transformation. Feel the joy. Feel the respect of yourself and the other parts of your soul that was engaged in this situation. Feel the respect for the being of love and the choices. Feel a feeling of patience. Make that choice to feel the harmony within yourself now about that instead of the anger. Feel the harmony in yourself. Witness that intelligent being that you are. Witness that. It's choosing these higher perspectives. It's choosing that. You're being gentle, loving, kind, compassionate. You're respecting the equality, the oneness of us all. And now feel love. Just feel love. Just relax into love that you are. Relax into that beautiful soul of love that you are. Just perfect, beautiful, beautiful being of love. See it as a light. See it as a beautiful, sparkling light. Imagine all of us looking like that, like our bodies, all the bodies are these beautiful, sparkling lights. Just see everyone looking like that right now as much as you can. See everyone moving around in the world in this light, this sparkling, beautiful light and love. See, that's the real thing that's happening. That's the real thing. The real thing is love. The real thing is it's now time to ascend. And you choosing to integrate all these emotions and embrace them and love them on that higher perspective. That's a message that you have given to yourself to activate your DNA for ascension. And just see and feel that as that sparkling light. Just breathe. And just really know from your higher being, your higher consciousness, the truth about emotion, the truth of the choice of emotion, and how you can instantly transform it with your higher consciousness. And remember, your higher consciousness is just love. It is love. It's the love that you are. Just say to yourself, I love you. Say that to yourself, I love you. Thank you for giving me this journey, this experience. Now I know what it feels like. Breathe gently and just relax. And know it's okay to relax. And trust the higher plan. Just breathe. Relax. Just feel any kind of tension that could be sitting there from things that you felt even tonight in this experience, in this session. Just let your body relax. Just let it relax. It's okay, whatever you're feeling, it's okay. And feel the love for all of the one soul. Feel that love for all of us as one being of love. And feel yourself relaxing into that. Just feel it. Relaxing, loving. Just have some sighs out now. Just sigh it out. Gently. That's it. That's it. That's beautiful. Just sigh it out. That's it. Gorgeous, beautiful beings of love. And just say to yourself, I am home.
I am home.
I am home. You can say it out loud. I am home.
I am
I am
home.
home.
I am home.
I am home.
I am home.
This is me. This is not true. The true being that I am. I am love. I am love.
I am love.
I am love.
I am love.
I am love.
I am love.
Beautiful. So beautiful. Okay, you can just open your eyes if you feel like it. And I just want to say thank you. I love you. I love you, all of us as one in our beautiful love. And you, and you, all of you are beautiful. We are all beauty. We are all beautiful. Let yourself express that love in whatever way feels right to you. Express that love. And with me, you can express it as much as you want. I absolutely honor you. Absolutely honor the beautiful being that you are. You know, I'm looking at you all there now and I can see oneness clearly. Clearly see the oneness of your consciousness. See it yourself. You can see everyone, right? See that one that's there in your faces, that peace, that harmony. And let yourself feel inspired to move forward with this love into your ascension. Just let yourself trust. Trust and trust and trust and trust. And listen to your higher being. And remember, it's only going to give you love. And I don't mind if you need to hear my voice. If that helps you, then do it. Go for it. Because I love that and I want that. And I love hearing your voice. I hear your voice too. And it's beautiful. And let's imagine our beautiful one soul collectively saying as one voice, I am love. Let's do that. Let's imagine that. Imagine the whole beautiful one soul collectively saying right now, I am love. It is done. Just keep remembering that. It is done. We're just going to sit in our reality, fly in our reality, flow in our reality with love. And everything that I've guided you today, It's up to you to make that choice and that decision. Of course, it's what I want you to do, but I want you to want it. That's more important. Just love who you are. Just love who you are, because you are magnificent. You really are. I love you.
Love you.
I love you so much.
Love you so much.
Love you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I love you so much. Beautiful ones. Thank you so much today. Just beautiful, beautiful beings of love. I love you. I'm honored by your love. I'm honored to guide you. And thank you for being here today, tonight, whatever it is, wherever it is, and whatever now you're hearing this. Thank you. I love you.
Thank you. I love you. Thanks.
Anybody like to share anything before we finish? Go for it.
Yeah. Just want to thank every one of you and say how much I love you all. And with the last experience, I felt it's how can I be angry with the one soul? Like, it felt so beautiful.
Yes.
Like, it's not possible.
Yeah, I understand. True. Thank you, Amy. Love you. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you so much. The journey that you took us on today is so potent, so powerful. And the light that I have seen in myself and in everyone with each integration that you took us through. Wow.
Yes.
You are such a master.
Thank you, Mee.
Of guiding us so skillfully, so safely, not letting us get lost in that fallen realm. So thank you. You did it so well. You guided each one of us so well. You always do.
Thank you so much. That's so beautiful. Thank you, Nisha. I love you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you, each one of you, because each one of us allowed that vulnerability. Each one of us allowed that honesty. Each one of us allowed that courage. So thank you, each one of you. You are really, truly amazing. Thank you.
I totally agree. I totally agree. Oh, thank you, Nisha. That's beautiful. I totally agree. Thank you. Love you.
Love you.
Anyone else?
I just really agree. I agree so much. I just wanted to say, like, the potency and the powerful way that you guided everything, but what you were saying, so amazing. And I can't wait to apply it. That's how I feel.
Awesome. That's beautiful.
And I love the trust in the higher plan and how you said the ascension aspect of that. Oh, so amazing. And I love us all so much. And thank you, everybody. I just agree with everything that everyone said. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Clary. That's so beautiful. I was getting so many tears in my eyes. It's so beautiful and touching. Thank you. I love you.
Love you so much.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Yeah, thanks so much, gorgeous Jody. It's just been amazing. I loved how you started with hate and ended with hate, and it just like the whole circle of everything, to see it all.
Yeah.
Just so beautifully, the way that you did everything and showed us everything, and how easy it was to think about those experiences and to integrate them. I did get a little stuck on the fear, but I've also thought that is so good. And after you talked a bit more about it, I felt like I was lifting out of it as well. But the last one of feeling the anger, I felt so much grief because I thought of an experience.
Yeah.
And it was so easy to change that anger, and what you just helped us through with that. And it's like, I think Nisha said, it just all give me, I could just encompass and love the whole one soul. not just the person that I was being angry with, you know, so
Thank you. Thank you so
yeah,
much. Yes,
'cause
exactly.
there were,
We get that oneness perspective. It heals everything.
yeah,
It integrates everything. It aligns us with love.
yeah,
Yeah.
because when I got angry in that experience, there were other people there and they were watching. So, and I felt so much love for them and so much compassion for myself. So thank you so much for showing us how easy it is to do this. And even the thing that I got stuck on with the fear, I feel like I'm so grateful that I can lift myself out of that, because I love what you said during that about the discipline and just giving yourself that discipline. Yeah, but loved it. Thank you. And I love seeing everybody and everybody experiencing everything and expressing.
Beautiful.
Love you all.
Love you so much, Margie.
Yeah.
That's so touching and beautiful.
Yeah.
And you know what, I just want to add to that discipline. In this case, discipline is freedom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember that. Ascension discipline is freedom. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I'm very grateful as well for this, for another amazing session with you all. I think this topic was so important, and just as Clary said, I'm just looking forward to apply all of this and remember it more in my life, and to be more patient and have more compassion for myself and for what I'm going through.
Beautiful.
And
Perfect.
I love always how simple you make things. So once again, you just took all that complication and all that complexity
Yeah.
that's put in everything, and just make it simple and easy. And I love
Exactly.
to remember with you when you always say like Ascension is easy.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
yeah, it's true. It's easy. Well, I'm complicated by, resisting it.
That's perfect. That's perfect that you can see that. It's so good to see the complicated version of everything, and to keep maintaining that discipline, the simplicity, because that is the freedom and it is our ascension. It's beautiful and it is easy.
Yeah.
But thank you for saying that. I love that. Thank you.
Yeah, because I can see myself sometimes trying to find arguments for why am I feeling this, coming
Yep.
from going like,
Yeah.
of course, and yeah, it's like trying to justify myself for what I'm feeling.
Yeah, of course. And that's part of our defensive way to keep our fallen experience. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just if you want to get through that, just remember, now I know what it feels like. That's the wisdom of that as well. Because after a while that complication does start to feel really painful as well.
Yeah.
It creates so much confusion. So the simplicity of saying, oh, now I know what that feels like, resolved, just instantly resolved.
Yeah, I can already feel a shift.
Great. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, you look so beautiful. You all look so, so beautiful. Thank you so much, Estelle. I love that, all that you shared. Beautiful.
Thank you so much. I love.
Thank you. What about Sean? Would you like to say something?
Yeah,
Sean?
absolutely. Yeah. I loved, really enjoyed being here and sharing myself and listening and connecting with all you guys. Like, I just really feel that oneness between us in that higher consciousness. I really feel like I can feel that. And I haven't had that for so long, and I love it. I can feel that this is what I need and this is what I want, and I can feel myself just wanting my ascension. And Jody, you've just made it so, like, your wisdom is just profound, but you have just simplified it. It's easy, it's simple, it's just a choice, and it's just an understanding of, I wanted this. And I think what something that Estella said before about the fear, and her ego was creeping in, and I realized that I was actually in denial. That I realized I had that thought, And then I realized that I was denying that I had that thought. And then you said that's the denial that's keeping you in there. And I was like, oh, wow, there it was.
That's
So it's
awesome.
just
That's awesome.
so, yeah, I love the wisdom that you share, Jody, and I love all the wisdom that you all share. And I'm just so grateful to have you all in my life again. Yeah, thank you all so much.
Oh, I feel exactly the same, Sean. Thank you so much.
Mm.
So loved what you just shared, and I so absolutely. I know we all loved you being here. It's so beautiful. Feel that gorgeous, loving energy, you know, and that purity of the desire to ascend. That was pouring out of you, just pouring out of you, and all of you, and that's really beautiful and touching. And just having that courage, that strength, and that discipline to free yourself with the simplicity, and just you're doing it. You're already doing it. And I really love what you just shared, that you really want that, because that's the only way we're going to have it, is wanting it. So we wanted, the only way we had everything else is because we wanted it, you know. And it's okay, and it's beautiful. It's all part of this beautiful journey, and I love it. The more you wake up, the more you love the whole thing, the more you value everything. It doesn't lessen your love, it enlightens your love. You embrace everything with love. So thank you all so much for today. I am completely honored. I love it, and your love touches me beyond words. And how can I even thank you for that, really? You know, I just do. I thank you, and I love you, and always know that. Always know that I love you, and I'm always here for you. And I feel and I feel so proud of us all to be here at this level. This is a new level, and we'll keep going to new levels together. Always.
Yeah.
And all the wisdom that we've had on that journey, it's all beautiful. There is nothing to judge about it. There's only to love about it. And you're doing that. So thank you. Oneness, everything that we shared today has affected the one soul. And you'll see it. You will see it. It always does, because we are one. There's nothing outside of that oneness. So of course, you know, oneness is all love. It's all encompassing of everything. We are that one being. So everything that we choose affects everyone. The powerfulness of your experience today, that's really, really profound. And that has already affected everyone. So let's enjoy that too. I love that. You know, so beautiful. You are just so special. To me, just like these beautiful, sparkling diamonds, even more than that, beautiful, sparkling beings of love and light. And that's how I always see you. And I love you. So thank you so much for today. Now I have to finish it today. This is always something. But I know our love goes on, and we always be connected. And I want you to know, and I love calling it soul talking. Soul talking. We're always talking to each other's soul. Just keep it going, keep it flowing. We're always there for each other. So thank you so much. I love you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love
Love
you.
you. Thank
Love
you.
you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been
Thank you.
beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Love you. Okay.
Mm.
Always one, always together. Thank you. I love you. Thank you.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Love you.